Well, let's look at the possible answers to mathematical literacy grade 10 June test. Okay. Mm, Here we are. These are possible answers. They're asking us question number 1. The graph below shows the time in minutes to empty the fuel truck tanker when refilling storage tanks at the petrol station. So they're removing fuel from the car or from the truck, putting it in the tanks that keep the fuel. So study the graph below and answer the questions that follow. Okay, it asks us here. The fuel tank is only filled up to 80% of its capacity when transporting fuel. Determine how long in hours and minutes it will take for a fuel tanker to reach a level of 0 kiloliters. So here we are going to analyze and come up with the possible answers. All right. So we go to the graph and we see what time will it take. First and foremost, we're going to look, because they said filled to 80%. So what's 80%? So it's going to be, it will be 80%. Shall look for 80%. 80% of 20, because this is when it's full. But it's, so 80% of 20, what do? You come here, press 0.8 times 20. That's the 8%, 16. So 16. That means we are starting from here. All right. The fuel tank, 80% of the capacity, we've got the 80%, which simply means it's 18. Sorry, this means that there's 6 liters. Kiloliters? Liters. 6 liters. 6 kiloliters. Okay. Then it becomes 0 time. And so we shall ask ourselves 20 for 20 kiloliters up here. They will take 100. They will take 100 minutes. What about 16? So we shall write down here, say, if there were 20 kiloliters, they would take 100 minutes. 100 minutes. Then what about 16 kiloliters? How long will it take? So we shall cross, multiply, whereby we shall get 100. So 1600 divided by 20. Remember, we are looking for this empty. So when you divide this, remain with 8. These are minutes. The answer is needed in hours and minutes. So a full hour takes 60 minutes. So 1 hour full. And the remaining what will be what? Minutes. All right. If not, you would have done this. On your calculator, we've got 80 minutes. 80 minutes to hours, we divide it by 60, press equals. So 1,3 recurring. So what do? We come and press this, which is 1 hour, 20 minutes. 1 hour, 20 minutes. Okay. Explain how the graph shows the relationship between the volume of the fuel in the tanker, and the time in minutes. Listen to one thing. What do you see? Here I see, it's called what? The fuel reduces. The fuel reduces as time increases. That's a relationship. Actually, it's indirect. One reduces, the other increases. So it's an indirect relationship. Or you can say it's inverse. Give the number of kiloliters that were refilled into the storage tank between 30 minutes and 90 minutes. So you'll come here, tell us. 30 minutes are these ones here. So we shall read that. 14, 90 minutes, remaining with what? 2. So in between this, from here to here, what are we going to say? So simply meaning we have 14 minus 2. So these were 12 kiloliters. That's what they're asking us. In 30 minutes, they had covered 14 kiloliters. And in 90 minutes, they were remaining with the 2 kiloliters. So what is the change here? It's 12 kiloliters. 1.2. 1.2, we see Mr. Maria Petrol attendant, table 1 below shows her earning according to the number of hours worked. Study the table 1 and answer the question that follow. Show by calculations that Mrs. Maria earns 30 rand per hour. Show from the table. So now, for 4 hours, she earns 120. Ask yourself, what about 1 hour? So what's going to happen? We're going to divide because we're aiming at making, let's see this, you're saying for 4 hours, she earns 120. Now we want to make this 4 hours 1. What do? We divide through by 4. Also this other side we divide. So here we are remaining with 1 hour equals to 30 rand, which is true. Mr. Maria works for 8 hours. Take note of that, 8 hours a day. She worked for 3 days and earned 720 rands in wages. She laid a complaint with her site steward, stating that she was paid less than required. Verify showing all calculations. Remember, 8 hours a day for 3 days. These are 24 what? Hours. These 24 hours, each hour is 30 rand, which will give you 720. So the claim is invalid. The claim is invalid. Determine the equation that best describes the earnings of Mrs. So we shall say 30 rand times the number of hours. That is the equation that we're looking at. Times the number of hours. That marks the end of question number 1. We continue. Question number 2. Question number 2 talks of a municipality that uses structure control. How residents use water. Study the residential and non-residential structure to answer the questions that follow. Now, here we go. Cost per kiloliter. That is it. Nil, meaning 0. So category from 0 to 6 kiloliters, we have 6. From 6 to 10, this is supposed to be 4 kiloliters. Then from 10 to 15, these are 5. From 15 to 25, these are 10. The main aim is to see that when we add this and we add, do we end up having the answer here? You understand? Do we end up having 25? Do they make 25? Because from 0, if you have 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 10, you get 25. That's what we are aiming at. Okay, we are looking at this. They're saying, calculate the value of L, the maximum consumption category number 3. This is what we are saying. So the value of A will be 15 minus 10, which became 5. So our L is 5. Verify whether the value of K is 7 for the residential that used a total of 32 kiloliters per month. Now, this is so straightforward. Why? We end We end by 25. Look at that. We end by 25. This is a scenario. 50. So here we have 25. So from 25, the person has used 32. That means he has exceeded 25 by how many kiloliters? By 7. Because here you say, 32 minus 5. The answer become what? 7 kiloliters. Indeed, it's valid. Verify whether, so it's valid. Or someone would have said, the person has used 6 plus the 4 that we have here, plus the 5, plus the 10. So far, these are 25. But the person has used 32. So how many are remaining to make 25? We are remaining with what? We are remaining with 7 kiloliters. So it's valid. The claim is valid. 7 is, K is equals to 7. K equals to 7. K equals to 7. Okay. According to the table 2, given, explain with a valid reason why a resident that consumed or used 20 kiloliters of water will not pay for 20 kiloliters of water. Remember, of these 20 kiloliters, 6 kiloliters are free. So this person who has used 20, in actual sense, he will pay for 14 kiloliters. So they're asking you, explain why with a valid reason. So we shall say because 6 kiloliters are free. So the person will only pay for 14. The residents that use 52 kiloliters will pay 545 rands 30 cents. How much more will the industries pay for using the same number of kiloliters? Now, let's go back to the table number 2. It talks of industry. They pay a flat rate. It does not change. It does not change. So if they have used 52, let's look at that. If they have used 52 kiloliters, we shall multiply by 13 rands 20 cents. So if we multiply by 13 rands 20 cents, let's see, 52 times 13 rand 20 cents, we shall end up having, this is for the industry, we shall end up having 686 rands, 686 rands 40 cents. So this is industry. But remember, the residents have used 500. But the question wants you, how much more? That means we're going to subtract. So we shall say, take that minus that. What answer do you end up having? So when you subtract this, minus 545, 30 cents. So the difference is 141 rands, 10 cents. $141, 10 cents. That's the money. That is the difference. Let's continue to other question. Question number 2. 2.2. 2.2. 2.2. 2.2, it talks of water is becoming a scarce natural source. The municipality in KZN imposed the daily water restrictions to users to save water. Here we have table 4. Water restrictions imposed by the municipality. For shower, for 90 seconds, 15 liters. Dishes and the laundry. You're talking of the dishwashers and the washing machines. 18 liters. Then cooking, 2 liters. General hygiene, that includes bathing and what? It's supposed to be 3 liters. No, bathing is this other side. Okay. Then one flush, 9 liters. Drinking water, 3 liters. Those are stupid. Show by calculation that the number of liters per person usage is 50. What are we going to do? We are going to add everything up. So in the shower there we have 15. That's where we're starting from. Plus the 3 liters for brushing. Plus the 18 for the dishwasher. Plus the 2 for cooking. Plus the 3 for drinking. And the 9. And this brings you to 50 liters. Add them up. 15 plus 3, 18. 18 plus 18, 36. 36, 36 plus 36 plus 5, you have 41. 41 plus 9, you get 50. You end up having 50. Write down the ratio when you remember, when you look of the ratio, what has to come in your head, the ratio of what? Of the number of liters in its simplest form for one flush. Take that. 2, the shower. So we need to write here F for flush and S for shower. Now let's go up and we see. For the flush, it takes 9. And for the shower, it's 15. So we shall say flush, we have 9. Shower, 15. Simplest form. You look for a number that divides this and don't get a remainder, which is 3. By 3, you remain with 3. By 3, you remain with 15. So the simplest form is 3:5. Then, if you've forgotten, if you don't know how to get the simplest form, use your calculator. We shall say 9 divided by the big number. It gives you as a fraction. That means the 9 takes a 3, which is here, and the 15 will take the 15 will take the 5. The 9 goes with the 3, the 15 goes with the 5. So simple. You don't need to break your head. Use your calculators. 2.3.3 to 2.2.3. Residents are allowed to water gardens only 3 days a week, before 9 a.m. and after 4 p.m. Write down the residents' watering time in digital format. When we talk of digital format, we are writing it in the 24-hour system. In 24-hour system, all you have to know, we don't have AM. But the time in AM, it remains. So the 9 became 9:00. Then the 2, we shall add 12 and becomes 12:00. Take note, we don't have AMs and we don't have PMs in digital formats. Leave the answer the way you've got it. Anyway, give one possible way in which residents can save water. These are many answers. One, you can reuse, especially this one for watering. You can reuse that water. Reuse the water. It's called the gray water. All right, like you can use it for mopping the house floor. You can reuse that water. You can use it to watering plants. You can use it to wash the car. Number 2, you say turn. We say turn off the taps when not in what? Not in use. Number 3, fix all the pipe. Fix all the pipe leakages. Fix all the pipe leakages. Any leakages that you have there, fix them. Among other reasons, you give your reasons. Okay, let's look at question number 3. Question number 3 says, Annexure A shows the layout of the Cinema 3 in Deben. Study the layout and answer the question that follow. Determine the total number of seats inside one block. Side one block. Side one block. Let's see here. Here we are. Here we go. This is side one block. Side one block. We are going to look at that and we see. So this is where they want. So you're going to count and you see. These ones are not 10 seats because you need to count. So from 5 to 10, these are 6, including 5. You can count and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 6 seats. Then here, these ones will be 8. We're including the 3. Then these are 9. Here, I believe they are 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, they are 9. Then when it comes to this, these are 9 also. These are 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. So how are we going to add this? So we are going to say 10 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 times 5 plus 9. How many times does it appear? 3 times. So it's 9 times 3 plus the 8 and plus the 6. On top of that all, we add on for the disabled people, they are 5. Let's add and we see this is 50 plus 27 plus 14. We have something to do with 40, 41. 41 plus 50, you get 91. Plus 5, you have 96. So we have 96 seats. We have 96 seats. So we shall come back here and we said we added 50 plus 27 plus 8 plus 6 and plus 5. And the answer became 96. We are only looking at this side, not everything. Okay. The letter represents the number of rows in the cinema. Then explain one possible reason for not including row I in the cinema. It would look like a 1. So the reason why they never used it is to avoid confusion. Avoid confusion. Avoid confusion. Confusion. Okay, we look at 3.2. Quinton lives in Glehau and the friend lives in Tonga. Annexure B shows the train route from the place there to there in Durban from Monday to Friday. Annexure B. Use Annexure B to answer the following questions. Is it advisable to arrive at the rail station 30 minutes prior to the departure time? Give one advantage. 1, it allows you to easily make decisions. For example, if the train is delayed or train won't come, you still have time to change. Yeah, there's some space to change. It's advisable to do that to avoid being late. So how many hours will train 0268 take before it passes. How many hours? It will take before it passes from, let's go and look at their mixture. Let's look at their mixture. Let's look at the mixture. So we are looking at 10, we are looking at this train here. From here. And it has to pass. How long will it take? That's what they want us to know. So we're going to subtract the bigger number minus smaller number. I'll show you even how we do it on the calculator there. So it's 14. 1427 minus 13. Minus 13, 13. Minus 13, 13. The easiest way is to use a calculator, but before we use a calculator, let's first see. How could we do this? So we would say minus 13, 13. So this is a 4, 1. Then here we have 1. So it would be 1 hour, 14. 1 hour, 14 minutes. They're asking you, how many hours will it take? So that means the 14 has to change to. So because 1 hour, this is already an hour, plus 14 divided by 60. So here you end up having the answer as 1 plus 14 divided by 60. So in hours, it's 1,2 hours. So how do we do this on a calculator? All you're going to do, pick the calculator like that, put 14, you press this key, 27, press that key, minus 13, press that key, 13 again, the minutes, you press the key, equals to that. So now this is 1 hour, 14 minutes, but you want it in hours. Just press this. It will give you the answer, 1,23. That bar on top simply means recurring, like the 3 repeats it so much. Okay, let's come back to a question here. The two friends decided to use the train 0260 to travel to Durban in order to watch a movie that starts at what? At 3 in Durban cinema. Give a reason why the train is not the best option for the trip. Remember, they're from their places. They're going to go to where? To Durban. Let's go and we see their next year. 1 comes from this place here. They're using 260. So it will leave that place at 12. This is 1, but it's going to Durban. Oh, it will reach Durban at 14:17. Actually, if both use it, because another person comes from Greyhound. Yeah, okay, they are next to each other. The other one is 6 minutes away from the other. So they are starting from here. So they reached Durban in 14. I would say it's not that late. I would say it's not that late because look at that. We are looking at question number. So let's see. The movie starts at 3. The train will arrive there 14:17. They still have 43 minutes. And yet, remember in the first question, they said the arrival of the train station that you should arrive 30 minutes. That means before they board, 30 minutes before they board. 30 minutes before you board, it means this is 17 plus 12. Sorry, 17 plus 13. So meaning they have to be at the station at 1:47. 1:47, 30 minutes before it starts. I believe it's not a good idea. I mean, it's a good idea. They can travel at that because they arrive at 14 and they still have, these are 43 minutes because the movie starts at 3. Okay, we look at question number 3.3. Here we come. We'll have something called a tree. Okay. Mark is interested in watching a non-fiction movie and Quentin likes fiction movies. Below is a tree diagram showing the outcome of the two movies they will match. Now, something is missing. The moment you see this, you know that they want you to do this. Anyway, as the branches go off, look, this is complete. There's fiction here. This, also this one. So A is supposed to be non-fiction. Then, what is the outcome? What? Because here, you see here, it's fiction, fiction. Also here, fiction, fiction. That means here it's supposed to be fiction and what? And non-fiction, which is the same here. Here it's supposed to be non-fiction, comma, fiction. So this is the value of B, and this is the answer to A. Okay, we've completed 2 marks. What is the probability as a decimal fraction that both movies at the cinema will be non-fiction? So, meaning non-fiction, how many times does it appear? So how many chances do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of these 4 chances, where do we see non-fiction? It's only once. So here we shall say 1 out of 4. But they said as a decimal fraction, it has to have commas, which is 0.25. 0.25. This brings us to the end of our question paper.